The green bungalow sat at the woodsy edge of a dead-end street, 2 blocks from a Lowe's and a few strides from a hiking trail. Standing in the driveway, Quinn could hear birds and traffic in equal measure. "It's Miss," she said haughtily. He caught the faintest trace of an accent. The boy hadn't mentioned it. She'd probably staggered through Ellis Island with the huddled masses. "He didn't come last week either," she said. "These boys don't stick to things." "I can't help that," Quinn said, suddenly wary. He'd been led to expect a pink-cheeked charmer. The house resembled a witch's hovel, with its dreary flower beds and sharply pitched dormers and shingles the color of thatch. "They're supposed to be teaching these boys about obedience. Prepared and kind and obedient. Kind and obedient and—" She rapped herself lightly on the forehead. "Clean," Quinn offered. The boy was gone. Clean gone. But Quinn couldn't bring himself to say it. "Clean and reverent," the woman said. "That's what they promise. They pledge. I thought this one was the real McCoy." Another weak echo of accent. Something brushy in the consonants. Nothing an ordinary ear would pick up. "I'm his father," Quinn said. "I figured." She shifted inside her quilted parka. She also wore a hat with pom-poms, though it was 55 degrees, late May, the sun beating down. "Is he sick?" "No," Quinn said. "Where's the birdseed?" The old woman shivered. Her stockinged legs looked like rake handles jammed into small black shoes. "Out back in the shed," she said. "Next to the door, unless the boy moved it. He gets his little notions. There's a ladder there, too. You're tall. You might not need it." She sized Quinn up as if considering a run at his clothes. "If I lowered the feeders," he suggested, "you could fill them yourself." She dug her fists into her hips. "I'm quite put out about this," she said. All at once she sounded near tears, an unexpected key change that sped things up on Quinn's end. "Let me get to it," he said. "I'll be inside." She aimed a knuckly finger toward her door. "I can supervise just as well through the window." She spoke with a zeal at odds with her physical frailty, and Quinn doubted for the first time Belle's word that Ona Vitkus was 104 years old. Since the boy's death, Belle's view of reality had gone somewhat gluey. Quinn was awed by her grief, cowed by its power to alter her. He wanted to save her, but had no talent for anything more interpersonally complicated than to obey commands as a form of atonement, which was how he'd wound up here, under orders from his twice ex-wife to complete their son's good deed. The shed had peeling double doors that opened easily. The hinges looked recently oiled. Inside, he found a stepladder with a broken rung. The place reeked of animal. Not dog or cat, something grainier. Mice, maybe. Or skinny, balding, fanged rats. Garden implements, seized with rust, hung in a diagonal line on the far wall, points and prongs and blades facing out. He considered the ways the boy could have been hurt on this weekly mission of mercy. Ambushed by falling timber, gnawed by vermin. Troop 23's version of bait and switch. But the boy had not been hurt. He had been, in his words, inspired. Quinn found the birdseed in a plastic bucket that he recognized. It had once held the 5 gallons of joint compound with which he'd repaired the walls of Belle's garage before their final parting, before she returned his rehearsal space to a repository for paint thinner and plant poisons and spare tires. Inside the bucket, Quinn found a king-size scoop, shiny and cherry red, jolly as a prop in a Christmas play. On a nearby shelf, he spotted 9 more scoops, identical. The boy was a hoarder. He kept things that could not be explained. On the day before the funeral, Belle had opened the door to the boy's room, instructing Quinn to look around if he wanted, but to remove nothing, touch nothing. So he counted. Bird nests, 10. Copies of Old Yeller, 10. Flashlights, 10. Piggy banks, 10. Boy Scout manuals, 10. He had popsicle sticks, acorns, miniature spools.